meeting him for the first time outside the room, he grabbed me and gave me that big old bear hug and said, "If I join this club, will you be my evaluator?" I've developed a close relationship with him, and over time, I've discovered that he is a man of the club, a man of the word. And so, without further ado, not even knowing the title of the speech, 5 easy steps
for financial success.
for financial success. Hi, buddy!
John and Rachel were this wonderful couple that everybody wanted to have them in their church. And everybody wanted to have them as friends. Rachel was great with kids, and John was a wonderful singer. Both of them were working in another church, and one day they called me and asked me, "Pastor C, can we have a meeting with you?" And I said, "Sure." They sit down with me, and they were not smiling at all. And I said, "What happened?" And they told me, "We need some help. We are getting divorced." And I said, "What?" "Well, for the last 10 years, we have been married, and we have so much debt. We owe so much money that we cannot even tolerate each other." They're not too far from what happened around this country, because the number one reason why people get divorced in this country is because of financial problems. Number 2 is Facebook, but number 1, I'm not lying. But number 1 is financial challenges. When you and I live in a country when in 1 year, Americans file more than 1 million bankruptcies, and every household in this country owes $8,220 in credit card debt, but by the time they will be able to pay off that debt, they will be paying $27,437. We have a problem. Mm-hmm. We have a problem when the people of this country owes more than $800 billion in credit cards debt. And if you add that to the wonderful modeling of our government, we are in trouble. And the challenge is that the problem is so big that when people are confronted with big problems, they tend to think about them but do nothing about them. And that's why today I want to talk to you about 5 easy steps of how to be successfully in your finances. And the first one is very simple. If you learn how to live like this is number 1. You need to give, save, and live on the rest. You need to give, save, and live on the rest. That's all. Many people focus on themselves and they think that everything that God placed in their hands is for their use. But if we start our financial walk thinking about others first, and we give, and then we love others as we love what? Ourselves. We save, and then we make the decision to live on the rest. Well, we will be better off. You see, budgeting is an awful word. Nobody want to use it, even be close to a budget. But budget is a dynamic exercise. It changes with the times and allow us to be good managers of our resources. Let me tell you number 2. Because number 2 is kind of funny to me. You never said save by spending. Let me say that again. You never save by spending. What are you talking about, Carlos? Well, look, very simple. Have you ever been in a store and somebody tells you, if you buy more, you save what? More. Well, that's a lie. We're saved by spending. That's a lie, right? It doesn't make any sense, but we are kind of weird, right? Let me give you number 3. Have you ever heard about common sense, right? Have you ever noticed it's not as common as you think it is? Listen to number 3. If you can afford it, don't buy it. Don't you think we all should send a postcard to the White House with that phrase? Right? If you can't afford it, don't buy it. You know, debt in the Bible is not a sin, but it's strong. You know, it's extremely discouraged. It's compared to slavery, and it's such a common idea, but it's not for many people. And that takes me to number 4. You know, relationships are damaged by finances, and this is a principle that I live all my life by this. Listen, you only lend the money you're willing to give away. You only lend the money you're willing to give away. If you can't give it away, don't do that. Don't give it to others. Because when you do that, you know they're not going to pay it back to you, right? That's why they need the money. They don't have money. And you can lose the money, and even worse, you can lose the relationship. You see? And for that reason, you never lend money that you are not willing to give away. You have an orange, and this is where I sit down with Rachel and John. This is their picture. What do you think is the big problem with them? What do you think is the big... Colleen, you are right there. Tell me, what do you think? How can we fix that? How can we fix that?
Their mortgage is big.
Their mortgage is huge. They need to move, right? What else? Tell me.
3 cars.
Sir, the 3 cars, right? Let me tell you the last one. Let me tell you the last of the 5 principles. We are great fixing other people, but we are awful with ourselves. We need a second pair of eyes to see our finances and help us to move forward. You know, at the end, God is the owner of all things, and we are only stewards. And if we just follow these 5 simple steps, only 5, I can tell you the truth. Your financial life will be dynamic. You will be able to give. You will be able to get ready for the future. And you will be honoring God. Mr. Toastmaster.